Good morning and hope you all have been well. In today's video, we are going to be continuing on with our Pokemon Desolation Let's Play, and this is part 49 of the Let's Play, just to let you guys know. So I did talk to everybody in here on my own time. This guy does give you a mind plate, so that is a very good item. But all of the other people don't really say too much of interest, so yeah. But before we go into the door area and battle Reeve, let me switch up the team a little bit, because I don't think Sanders will really do much. I do want to lead with you. Let's see. I do like Kling Klang, it might be useful, same with Bamboo. I don't know about Sonar though. Let's see what we got. Houndoom could be interesting. Also got Billy. Maybe for like Yawn, but I don't think that would work too well for me. Maybe Flygon. I don't know. We'll try Flygon, why not? Worst case scenario, we'll try a few other stuff. We'll see how this does first. Oof, that is a little bit loud. Let me look around here. Oh, hey Garrett. Well, mate, what are you waiting for? Go kick his butt already. Oh, and if I had any advice to give you, it'd be to not take this field lightly. The crowd wants a show, mate, and when you're on the dance floor, you better know how to groove. I'll give Reeve that at least. He can certainly bust a move or two. Good luck, mate. You'll need it. Alrighty. I won't really bother talking to everybody here. Let's see what you gotta say, Reeve. Well, you made it. So, Alon, are you ready to get this show on the road? Excellent. It would seem that you do have some modicum, however you pronounce that, or whatever it even means, of showmanship about you. I'm glad, Alon. It seems we are to put on quite the show. Alon, if I understand correctly, you defeated my former mentor, did you not? How impressive. As you may suspect, he has been bested by very few. I, however, am among the few. With such a victory, you are clearly quite the trainer, Alon. But here, in the heart of East Celia, none of that even matters. On this floor, fueled by the soul of the melody and the graceful beauty of the motion, I have the advantage. This floor, of course, embodies the spirit of Celia East and all that it means to be a part of the movement. Freedom, fluidity, and passion. The moves that myself and my Pokemon make are as heartfelt and graceful as they are calculated. Spare us the drive, Reeve. Come on, just get on with it already. Go on, Alon, kick his butt. How insufferable. Listen up, Alon. To prevail against me, the dance you share with your Pokemon must be seamless. Your bond unbreakable. After all, I am the embodiment of this district, and I am its beating pulse. So let's see how you move with my beat, You do well to keep up. Alrighty. Orcorio Malamar. Actually, we have a pretty decent lead. I'm gonna go for Protect to get speed boost. Let's crunch, well... Let's Rock Slide. Alright, so you're Sash, good to know. We'll get rid of Malamar, just Accelerock you, I guess, to get rid of it. Alright, good momentum. I will get rid of you and just Rock Slide. Hmm. I guess sonar? Oof, okay. Let me Super Fang Alakazam, and I'm gonna go for Rock Slide. Okay. We'll get rid of Alakazam. I guess Bamboo. Let's go into Mirage. I guess Discharge and Rock Slide. How that works. Alright. Go into you. Oh. We actually might... Oh. This one really was not bad at all. A star in the making, it would seem. Yeah, this one really was not bad at all. Well, this was unexpected. I have been well and truly bested. It was a narrow affair, but it would seem that your dance shines brighter than mine. Perhaps I underestimated you, Alon. Darn straight you did. Let's go, Alon, you did it. I knew you wiped that smug grin off of his face. I won't lie, Alon, I didn't expect you to have the spirit that you do. Only a true artist could possibly move like you did on the floor. Come, it would appear that I owe you something. Here in recognition, recognition of your understanding, sorry. I think I brought it up before here or there within these videos. I actually, for whatever reason, have a issue pronouncing certain words and whatnot, so bear with me. I apologize if people get annoyed by that. And of course, a little something extra for entertaining my research. Here, take this. Very good TM. You are clearly more resilient than I thought, Alon. I wonder, is it possible that you, of all people, may not degrade or decay? That you perhaps could reach the heightened existence that is perfection itself? I don't know, Alon, but Garrett's right. There is ultimately cause to have faith. Oh? It would appear that the scan is complete. Well, it seems that our time for leisure is over, Alon. It's time to return to the job at hand. Come on, let's meet back at my laboratory and plan our next move. Sounds like a plan. Does that mean something's gonna happen? I feel like something's gotta happen, right? Maybe not. Well, mate, what's the holdup? Don't tell me that this was all just a facade to get you away from that crowd after such a big loss. Now that's the real spirit of East, mate. You truly have no appreciation or understanding of science, Garrett. It would appear that you truly are as boneheaded as they are. Boneheaded? Who's been calling me? Ah, excellent. The results are ready. Now let's see where our targets are. Ah, I see. Well, you gonna leave us in suspense all day? As much as I would love to do that, I actually understand the gravity of the situation. Hey, what's that supposed to mean? Alon, considering your situation is of utmost importance, I shall start with you. My first scan was in regards to that large perfection remnant that you interacted with in the ruins. Whoever or whatever it is, it has indeed shifted north. It lies somewhere in Ciel, however you pronounce that, north of Chrysium Canyon, but where exactly I am uncertain. All I can say is that it has been stationary for some time. As to why exactly it isn't moving, I have no idea. Yet if you hope to get to the bottom of this, I suspect that heading further north would be your best bet. After all, both Darkrai and your new target lie in close proximity, it would seem. And Walden Hall? Where did he go? That slow old mongrel can't have gone far considering how difficult it is to traverse Chrysium. You'd be surprised, Garrett. According to my data and monitoring on the smaller perfection remnant that has latched on to him, he has already made it much further north. In fact, it would seem that he is heading towards Darkroot as we speak through the Astral Wildwood. Interesting. So, that's kind of like where Ava pretty much resides and all. He keeps finding ways to evade me, huh? He must have somehow traveled by sea to avoid the canyon, but how? I mean, don't they have the technology to teleport and whatnot with the beamer grid and all? I mean, that could be a thing. Something doesn't quite add up here, but a target's a target. Well, Alon, it looks like we've got all the answers we needed. We best make our way back to the boat. You'll need to head north from Fairbell to Chrysium Canyon and see what you can find on your way to Astral CL. I'll take the boat further north to Darkroot and head south from there. With any luck on one of these, we'll track down that pathetic excuse for a human. Oh please, don't give me that look. We'll team up again soon enough, mate. For now, let's focus on the job at hand. I'll be waiting by the east dockside, okay? Don't keep me waiting, mate. I can't imagine that he'd achieve what he achieved if he just slowed things down just slightly. Whatever the case, he's right, Alon. Your best bet is through Chrysium Canyon. With any luck, you may be able to track down that large perfection remnant. Whatever it is, it should certainly shed some light as to what is going on here. I don't have all the answers this time, Alon, but for once I am feeling optimistic. We might cure you yet, but you best make haste. After all, traversing Chrysium Canyon isn't for the faint of heart. Good luck, Alon. We'll be in touch, okay? When you return and this madness is over, I'd be honored to show you around my district. Until then, stay safe, yes? Sounds like a plan. And thanks for the kind words. Alrighty. So... revisit the Crescent Library, or laboratory. Now what's interesting? Time appears to stand still. I'm not gonna forget about that one thing, that it said like time, like it feels like time has stopped. But I mean, we're still doing stuff here, but I wonder what that means. I'm not sure. And just to double check, before I continue with the main story. Ryder, you didn't disappear, did you? What? I thought maybe I reloaded the game at some point. Oh, that's right, when I went up here, yeah, I would have reloaded it. Gotcha. Sharpedo, just stay in. Let's try that again. There we go. I just want to make sure it's not like a missable quest. I don't think it is because it doesn't say that, but let's find out. And I like how a normal trainer could just walk into the prison. Yo, Ryder. Looks like you're still here. Alrighty then. Let me pause and get on with the main story then. Alrighty, sorry for the pause there. I reloaded the game and let us go on ahead and find Garrett. I believe he... Oh. You can wait, Rosetta. I gotta go... Voice crack. I gotta go meet up with Garrett. Let's see here. You gotta be... Here you are. Oh, come on, you seriously going to act like you barely know me? God, Garrett, you never change. Oh, please, don't get it twisted. It's not like you'll be going with me any... Ah, well. If it isn't my favorite trainer in Celia right now. Since when did you pick favorites? Since Since Alon beat up the sniveling, however you pronounce that, gym leaders in this city, that's when. If seeing them losers get whacked around ain't a win for me, I don't know what it is. I don't know what is, sorry. Are you one of the losers? Alon, long time no see, huh? I've heard about all your success around Celia, but I've also heard about all that's happening in Arcanius. Despite our planning at Surge, things seem to be falling apart, huh? It sounds like you need all the help you can get. Darn, I didn't realize you two were actually close. Makes sense, I guess. Alon always knew how to pick the weird ones. So you are one of those losers and one of those weird ones, huh? Now that I am not surprised about. Oh, sod off. Using the same joke twice? Didn't realize it was amateur hour. Anyway, Alon, I owe you my thanks. Of course for all that you and your friends have done for Blackview, but also for all that you've done here. After you drove the foxes from Stelia, Blackview has never felt safer. With both Amaria and Stelia Island being free of any particularly organized crime, things are finally looking up. As it is, gang activity is at an all-time low, and the local police and rangers are finally picking up the slack. This couldn't have happened without the help of you and your friends. And our friends. You know, this would be the perfect time for me to finally take a break and go on a holiday somewhere, but after I heard about everything you and your friends were up against in Arcanius, I knew I couldn't stand by idly. So here I am, I guess. I want to go to Arcanius with you and help fight the big fight. Wow, Emily, how generous of you. I mean, it sounds like you'll be a dead weight to Alon, considering your loss in Blackview, but that's just my 2 cents. Has anyone told you that you're actually not funny? I mean, didn't you lose to Alon too? Anyway, on to business. Don't worry about that. It was, a fluke. A misstep. Sounds about right. Alon, we've already gone over the plan. Now you just need to allocate some brain power to your extra baggage. Baggage, really? You and Emily will head north to Chrysium Canyon, mate. I'll head further north to Darkroot Town and then move south from there. With any luck, one of us will intercept Walden Hall, and with even more luck, you'll find that perfection remnant you're after. And what about the others, like my brother? We'll bump into them one on the way, I'm certain. If we're all searching together, one of us is bound to find something. We're getting closer, I feel it. We just need to keep moving. Anyway, that's more than enough chatter. Well, Alon, are you ready to set sail? Darn straight. Well then, let's get this show on the road, yeah? I'd say ladies first, but that'd be an insult to the other ladies of the city. To think that I liked you at some point. Hey, you can't blame me for your bad choices. Alrighty. That's locked. I cannot believe someone left an idiot like Garrett in charge of the keys. I mean, now we don't even have our own beds to sleep in. The couch is mine, Alon, but don't worry, you can have the floor. After all, if I'm to be your bodyguard in Arcanius, I'd better get paid somehow, right? Hey mate, yeah, you might have noticed, but I kinda messed up. No, you didn't mess up at all. You're fine. I lost all the room keys for the boat and my lazy butt just happened to not even lock the door to this room in the first place. But please mate, I don't need any more lip. Emily's already ranted at me enough. Besides, the boat ride isn't that long. Well, what are you waiting for? Take a seat, mate. So back to Arcanius, huh? We can't seem to catch a break, can we? You know, mate, I was thinking, it's been a while since we met back in Cilia, huh? We've gone through quite a bit together, you and I. I didn't expect someone like you to turn up and make all the difference, mate. You know, Alon, you're the only trainer out here who I've managed to trust in a long time. The only trainer I feel like I can actually talk to about, you know, the other crap, like Eden. I'll find her, mate, and I know I will. After I find Walden Hall, I'll force him to show me where she is. I won't ever give up on her again, mate. No matter what I do, I'll bring her back home, to Celia South. Say, Alon, where's home for you, mate? Ava told me a while back that she found you washed up on the shore near Darkroot, but obviously, the beach ain't your home. We've all gotta come from somewhere, mate. So, where are you from? Wait, what? You don't remember? But how can you not? I mean, do you even remember anything before that? Darn it, mate. Whatever happened to you before Ava found you, it must have been something. You know what, Alon? To me, it doesn't matter. Your home is in Cilia South, mate. You're one of us through and through. Whatever came before, it doesn't matter, yeah? For now, let's just focus on the mission, mate, and if that requires going on our separate ways for now, then so be it. Besides, you'll have company. Well, if you can call babysitting Emily company, that is. Now then, I could use a drink. After everything that's happened, I certainly need one. Some time ago, deep within the back streets of Celia East. Oh? Big bro moment. Julian, you actually came. Reeve, it took you long enough. Punctuality was never your strong suit. To think that after all this time the sheep would come crawling back to its shepherd. I shouldn't be surprised, really. Some things never change. This isn't what you think it is, Julian. I have no intention of joining you or even helping you. I am only here in an attempt to save you from yourself. The information I promised you is for that purpose alone. A man is only as good as his word, and your word has always counted for remarkably little, Reeve. After all, you chose to halt our research and cower in the face of what needed to be done. You're wrong, Julian. Ambition took your research too far, and I knew I had to stop you before any more lives were put at risk. I chose to do the right thing, and I will always stand by that. It was not a choice so much as it was betrayal, Reeve. You spat upon everything we stood for, even after I gave you everything. You owed me the world, Reeve, yet you chose to run. So for your sake, your so-called information better be worth it. I didn't drag you to fight about the past, Julian. It's the future that concerns me. I know what you and Alon found, Julian. I know what happened down in those ruins. I know what you were searching for when you went to Arcanius. You thought you'd found a loophole to research perfection by yourself even without a Pokemon. You thought you could use the fragment of perfection deep in those ruins to take yourself directly there, didn't you? Yet it wasn't perfection at all, was it? It was far from what you were looking for. You don't know what you're talking about, Reeve. After all, you never truly understood what any of this meant. I didn't understand? Oh please, we worked together for years, Julian. You knew perfection inside and out. Perfection, for years, I have known that it's more than evolution. It's more than simple energy, more than a mere source of power. It's a new, unexplored world further beyond our comprehension than even the grid. More than anything, I know it is something that we cannot control. Is that so? To me, it is an opportunity. It's my world, after all, the world that all my years of research has led me to. Finding and reaching perfection is my life's work, Reeve. and once I succeed, I can finally rest. Then you, better than anyone, should already know that you'll never reach it. Only those who have a strong enough bond with their Pokemon can make it, and what do you have? Perfection is a one-way trip, Julian, and there's no coming back, especially if you fail. This is nothing new to me. After all, I made those discoveries, so Reeve, why did you bring me here? Was it to simply waste my time with childish arguments? There was no fragment in those ruins, Julian. No gateway to perfection, nothing. Only a strange being hiding in a mirror waiting to agonize you. Whoever it is, they had at least partially achieved perfection. Someone else has already claimed what you wanted, Julian. You're wrong, Reeve. Am I? Julian, this crusade of yours is in vain. You're not the first to walk this road clearly. There's someone far more powerful than the both of us that already reached perfection. Enough. I am not afraid of some mere apparition. I have fought tooth and nail my entire life for this research. I am destined, Reeve. Destined? At this rate, you're destined to die. Whoever was in that mirror, they knew that you were trying to find a loophole, Julian. They knew exactly what perfection does to those who don't ascend through natural means. Why do you think they made physical contact with you and Alon? You and Alon were exposed to the same energy and that we exposed our experiments to all those years ago. Do you remember what happened to our experiments, Julian? After long enough, every single one of them perished, fading to nothing but dust. Every single one. You think I care about that? To compare me to such predictable failures is simply foolish. To me, this energy is simply another gift. Oh, come on, Julian. You're smarter than this. Even I, your so-called student, can tell that you are already affected. Like all of our experiments, like all the people and Pokemon that came before, you're going to crumble into nothing. Is that what you want your legacy to be? Nothing but ashes and echoes? Listen, Julian, there's a way out of this, okay? If that being in the mirror was able to make physical contact with you, then they can't have entirely ascended to perfection. That in itself is not something that we can overlook. There's theoretically no way to come back from perfection plane, right? If that's the case, how is that person able to speak to you in that mirror? Unless there's something trapping at least part of them here in Alriv. Julian, you know what that means. Somewhere on Alriv there must be a powerful Pokemon linked to that being. A Pokemon that somehow did not ascend to perfection with its trainer. Alright, sorry for the pause there, had to get some water. That being in the mirror, that trainer, they must have been a Pokemon. Have a Pokemon here. It could be the Darkrai. That might be a big stretch though, but it could be another Pokemon somewhere. Julian, if you want to survive, we need to find whatever Pokemon is contacting that trainer to Alriv and destroy it. You and I both know that our two realms were never meant to exist in such proximity. I mean, look at the disastrous results of our experiments. Julian, if this continues, perfection will spread across Alriv like a plague, and it will be cataclysmic, or cataclysmic, however you say that. To think that my world is being tainted by some Dur-like, however you say that. A credence so unworthy that even their Pokemon didn't ascend with them. Julian, please, if you help us, we can cure both you and Alon. We can save everyone, Julian. I owe you, remember? Why do you think I told you the truth before Alon and the others? Please, don't let this favor be wasted. We need to find that Pokemon, Julian. Your words are measured and calculated, Reeve, as they always are, but ultimately, I am no fool. You are the student, and I am the teacher. I will not be manipulated by your distinguished a second time, or questions, however you say that, a second time. Julian, please don't do this. I cared about you once, you know. Don't throw it all away just because you're blinded by... Blinded? Please, Reeve, I have never felt more powerful. This feeling, this energy that surrounds me, it's only an inkling of what's to come. You have talked, Reeve, and I have listened, but now you will listen to me. I will seek out that fragment on Arcanius and I will tear it apart. Unlike your crude suggestion, there is no right or wrong. There is only power and certainty. The only certainty in this world is my right to perfection, and I will have what is owed to me, Reeve. You don't get it, Julian. Perfection is forged from a bond, remember? Only those that have forged a truly powerful bond with their Pokemon can ascend. I mean, look at Lilith, darn it. How can you, a monster through and through, forge such a bond with anyone who, or anything? You're completely incapable of love, and that means you're completely incapable of perfection. If you do this, Julian, you know what will become of you. This is my life's work, Reeve. I mean, just to stop here, I think there's a part of him in his mind that he knows Julian is hitting the nail on the head. He is on the dot. He is not wrong whatsoever. But for whatever reason, Reeve is just so, I guess like Reeve said, he's just so blinded. No matter what, he wants to keep going. He wants to try. He wants it to work. And he will literally, you know, give up everything just so he can get perfection. But I don't know if he'll ever achieve it. That I don't know. A lifetime of research has led me to this conclusion. At this point, I have no other option. I mean, to be fair, how many years has he put into this? Why stop? Of course, there are times that it is important to stop, you know, if things are not working, but I feel like in his mind, he's gone way too far. He's too far gone. I'm gonna see it to the end, no matter what happens. And if what you say is to be my fate, then see, he's pretty much accepted it. Then so be it. Fine, Julian, go ahead, continue this foolish crusade of yours, but when you fail, and find yourself crumbling to dust before your own eyes, don't expect me to save you. We're even now, you and I. Call it what you will. Walk away now, Walden Hall, and we will be adversaries. No longer will I stand by idly and watch this world collapse under the weight of your ridiculous ambitions. I will find you and I will stop you. Please, Reeve, you have concealed yourself in the shadows your entire life. I have nothing to fear from you. You are not worthy, and you never will be. Try and stop me, Reeve. A mere attempt would be a miracle in itself. Walden Hall. I can't fail Alon, not now, but there's nothing more that I can do, except... Oh, hey Shiv. But what happened to Aurora? Because we have not seen her, like, at all. Darkrai? Is there something that bothers you? Perfection. It would seem that my predictions have not come without error. Error? I always thought that my mere presence in Arif would be enough to grant my ascent to perfection once again. Interesting. Once again. So at one point it happened. To unlock my truer, greater form, yet it would seem that I was mistaken. So, I mean, it is possible, because, like, there was a thing about Darkrai within the one, um, thing when we went down into it. I forgot what you would even call that. The ruins. I mean, maybe that trainer, you know, had the Darkrai. That might be what it is. I don't know. But again, it could be a different Pokemon. Perhaps, like before, I cannot ascend without a bond. Oh, hey Aurora. Oh, Aurora, you're back. I assume that your means our time runs... I assume that means our time runs short. Indeed. We won't be alone for much longer. They're catching up to us just as you predicted, Darkrai. It won't be long before they find us. Good, then perhaps it's almost time. Both of you will return to Chrysium Canyon and impede their progress. In the meantime, I have more pressing affairs to concern myself with. Pressing? Is there something else? Go, Shiv. Do not be so foolish as to question such a simple command. At once, Darkrai. There it is again. That presence. I can feel it all around me. I felt it ever since I came to Arcanius. It can't be. Yet it is unmistakable. It's you, isn't it? Wow, I love it. Such a great cliffhanger. This concludes episode 6 of Pokemon Desolation. Special thanks and shout out to our Patreons. I still gotta find their Patreon. I do need to do that soon. Who have greatly supported us during development, and thanks to everyone else who has supported this fan game, including you for playing it. We hope that you've enjoyed your experience. If you have, we'd really appreciate it if you shared the game. We're excited to join you for the next update of Pokemon Desolation. Kaz, Ruby, Posty, Krim, Yumel, Darius, and Cass, your Desolation developers. You will now be taken to Sunshell Town. Please note that the progress beyond Fairyville is not possible until the next major update. Thank you for playing. Big bro moment. I'm so excited for the next version. I guess with that we'll go on back here then. But I wonder what happened to Nova and all. Man, there's so many questions I have. Oh, that was so good. I love it. I love this game so much. This was easily... that's difficult. Because I know... I started Desolation during, I believe, version 3? I think. But man, it's insane, like, the improvement along the way, you know, throughout the years and all. It's just really cool to see where it is now. But easily one of my favorite versions. I don't know, it's really difficult because I really like, you know, version 5 because, like, you know, Lilith is, like, my favorite character and all. Which is surprising. I don't think we even seen much of Lilith at all, if she was even within the story at all. So hopefully at some given point, she might reappear. But I don't know, it could be a thing that at some given point, you know, she did all that and maybe she did crumble to dust. I don't know. I'm not sure. But, anyways though, this is not going to be the final episode, of course. There are going to be a few side quest episodes that I'm going to be getting into. And once we go through all of that, that's pretty much going to be it for Pokemon Desolation for the time being. I guess next, let's play video ideas. I know we got Pocket Mirror. I don't know how close we are to finishing that, but once we finish up Pocket Mirror, I do plan to get into the Sandman. That is a continuation, or well, the second game made by the Crooked Man. So that on that end will be the next one once Pocket Mirror is done. But when Desolation is done, I believe we are going to get back into Pokemon Soul Stones because of the whatchamacallit, the Marshall File error. I want to try that again, and if it happens again then I just won't continue the series, but I do want to play and finish it. So yeah, but again, if another error happens, I'm not going to worry about it. And then we are going to be getting into the Pokemon Soul Link with my sister, Soul Silver. We do have the first episode done. There are some audio issues with it. We'll try to get better with it. It's kind of our first co-op video, so please keep that in mind. Hopefully with time we will improve on all of that, so yeah. Alrighty, sorry for the pause there. But yeah, that's pretty much it. If I, for whatever reason, I know most definitely will do the Soul Link, but if I don't get into Soul Stones immediately, might finish up Pokemon Xenoverse. Technically the main story's done. I just gotta do a video or two getting some side quest Pokemon. I still haven't done that yet. Or I might just, you know, call it quits there and just get them on my own time. We'll see though with Xenoverse. But I do have like an old list from like years ago, I think, when I did one of the other series. There is Pokemon Apathy. It is a shorter game that isn't really your typical Pokemon game from what I've read, so I do want to check that out at some given point. Well, that's Desolation, we've done that. Reborn is done. Impreen. I actually have not played Impreen in years. I do remember liking Impreen, so might be one of the ones we get into. Pokemon Alabaster was a recommendation from a while back. I don't know anything about that game, but might be the next one. Same with Pokemon Axis. Pokemon Kaizo. I actually do have Emerald Kaizo downloaded. We might do Kaizo. Not like a Nuzlocke run by any means. I know that the game is like extremely difficult from what I remember. Probably like a normal playthrough. Maybe if I do like a normal playthrough, maybe I might attempt a normal Nuzlocke of the game. I don't know yet, honestly. We'll see. But that's down the road. I don't see myself playing Kaizo anytime soon. Dark Rising 1 and 2. I don't think I'm gonna get into the Dark Rising series with Pokemon. It's such an old fan-made game. And I don't know. I know they made like a third one, but I don't think I'm gonna get into Dark Rising. Pokemon Insurgents. I feel like I've played Insurgents a long time ago. It's a really well-made game, don't get me wrong. I just wasn't super into like the story and characters and all, honestly, but it is a well-made fan-made game, but I do plan to check it out at some given point since it has been years, so yeah. Pokemon Bushido, I found that on, I forgot his username, but he made some pretty cool videos on Pokemon Bushido in a nutshell, Xenoverse in a nutshell, I believe. Pretty goofy videos. Rejuvenation in a nutshell as well. Pretty just goofy stuff overall, so yeah, I do want to check that out. Well, we already played through Xenoverse. I guess if there are other fan-made games that you may want to recommend, I'm definitely all ears. But I know more than certainly, with the non-Pokemon related stuff, we'll continue with Pokémon. After that, we'll get into the Sandman. And then after that, we'll get into the other two games that he has created. And then on the Pokemon side, we will most definitely get into the Soul Link very soon. And then I might get back into 3 Let's Plays instead of 2, so yeah. We'll just have to see what happens. But if I don't really get any recommendations or comments, that's perfectly fine. I'll just pick something or maybe find something new. Who knows? But anyways though, that is going to be it for today's episode. Again, I want to say thank you guys so much for watching this series. I had a lot of fun going through Desolation again, seeing all of the new stuff, and thank you so much to the developers, creators, and all that have been a part of Desolation, whether you've helped out or again became a Patreon or whatever. Thank you for making this possible, and I do have to look into the whole Patreon thing. I do want to be a supporter on that, so yeah. But anyways, before I ramble any further, saying thank you a million more times. Thank you guys so much for watching, definitely do appreciate it, and I will see you guys when we get into the other side quest and all. So Yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. Definitely do appreciate it, and I will see you guys, sorry, in the next episode. Good morning.